Hello and welcome. My name is Dovev Weaver, executive with the company 5Links. Today we'll be doing an overview of the company and the compensation plan. So please make sure you write down any questions you have so they may be answered by the person that introduced you to this video at the end of the webinar. What is 5Links? 5Links is a direct selling company that markets telecommunications and technology and has just jumped into the energy market. What this means is anyone can get started as an independent marketing rep and start marketing these products. But here is what's unique. When you start acquiring customers, you get paid like the big companies, which is with residual income, which is you do something one time and get paid for the life of the customer. Now, what we're taught in school is what's called linear income, which means you go to work and then you get paid for the time that you put in. So that's exchanging time for money. But with residual income, you can set up one customer and get paid for the life of that customer, which is called residual income. And today we're just going to go over how that actually works with this company and how you can partner and make extraordinary income in a short time frame. All right, usually when a person wants to start a business, there's a reason why behind why they are starting that business. Usually those key reasons are spending more time with their family, diversifying the person's income, paying off debt, setting up children's college funds, and you will always like to give more to charity, and then financial freedom. Here's a little bit about the company. The company 5Links has 5 core principles, which is vision, integrity, opportunity, freedom, and success. The company was founded in 2001, so that means we've been in operation for over 10 years, which means we're past the startup phase of any type of regular business. The co-founders have over 60 plus years of experience in the marketing and telecommunications industry. For 4 years, we've had over 800% growth. And if you look at the back of the picture, you see there we have a 50,000 square foot world headquarters. So what that lets you know is we will not be here today and be gone tomorrow. We're a company that looks to be here for the long haul. And I believe the company is growing at a rapid pace because they believe if they keep representatives coming first, of course, we will go out and market the products and build the company as well. Now, third party credibility. If you look at this slide, we have publications all across the United States that we're in. One of the ones to the far left is the Your Business at Home, which just came out a few months ago. But usually how that works is we get selected to be in those types of magazines. But here's what's unique. With our company, they selected us, but not only did we just get one article in the magazine, they dedicated the whole magazine to the company 5Links. So that lets you know we are doing some great things in this down economy. So with this opportunity, we like to say it's easy as one, two, three. One being opportunity. If you're looking at this slide and you understand money, you would understand that each one of these time frames represents wealth trends. So back in the 1980s, you had the PC industry, which one person had an idea of, I am going to put a computer in every household. And back then, that seemed far-fetched. But now, if you think about it, some households have 2 to 3 computers. So that person had a vision, and now that person, of course, is wealthy because of that wealth trend. And you have other wealth trends here, but I'll just explain another one, which is the internet. And that's back in the early 90s when the internet started. They created so many millionaires that they could not keep count. And if you're familiar with companies like Google and Yahoo, those are billion-dollar companies now because they positioned themselves to be in front of that wealth trend. Now we are truly excited about what we have our hands on, because we have our hands on voice over internet protocol, uh, which is basically using the internet to make a phone call but at a much more affordable rate. We also have text marketing, and like, once again, we have just jumped into the energy market, so we're pretty excited about where we're going in 2012. With voice over internet protocol, we know for a fact that we can cut the phone service for home phone service by up to 50% of the cost. We know that 44 million US households will be switching to the voice over internet protocol by 2013, which gives us basically a few more months. We have a program called GSP-10 for calling right from your computer. It's pretty much just like Skype, but with Skype, it's an unsecured network. With our network, it's secure because we own our own network, and that's what we are using. With our products, we not only can go residential to your family members, we can also go to any business and let them know that we can save them money on their telephone bill. And any business owner would like to cut overhead with their costs. And then if you look at the back in that picture, we have our own multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art network, which basically means when you call, you'll be calling us over in Rochester, New York, and you'll be dealing with someone that'll assist you with whatever customer service needs you have. Okay, now here we are talking about the deregulation of energy. Now this, if you understand anything, will be the last deregulation of anything in the United States. And here's how it works. So a person that wants to save money on their energy bill, which is gas or electric, they would be able to go to your website, put in their address, and be able to choose from different companies in the area that have different rates. So that way they will be able to save money with your company. And we are excited about this program because it is 10 times the size of telecommunications. So yes, we have made great money with telecommunications, but we plan to, do that times 10 in the near future. So this is the same as in voice over internet protocol, where you can not only offer this to your family members, but you can offer this to commercial businesses as well, and then they will be able to save money on their gas and electricity bill. And this is one of the other reasons we are truly excited. The energy industry is a $500 billion industry. So just imagine just being able to get 0.001% of that. You would be positioning yourself to be wealthy. Now, these are the services that we offer. So we offer five links mobile, which we have every major carrier except AT&T. We have 5 links security systems, which is through Protect America. We have 5 links high-speed internet, and how that works is you put in your address, and then the companies that are offered in that area will come up, and you'll be able to compare the prices. We have what's called merchant processing services. Excuse me. Merchant processing services, which is credit card services where we can offer great discounts on that. We have 5 links satellite TV, which is through Dish and Direct. We have, excuse me, we have 5 links Identity Guard. We have Text Alert, Platinum Services, and Business Elite. So those are all the services that we offer that allow you to market the product and get paid on those products as well. So Before I get into the actual compensation plan, I would just like to let you know how wealth works. Was speaking with one of my mentors. They explained wealth to me, and they told me, Duvet, you need to be able to get paid three types of income when you're generating wealth. One being linear income, two, oh, I'm sorry, one being residual income, two being passive income, and three being leverage income. So leverage income is basically getting paid off of the works of others. So if you work a job, you understand that your boss knows that he has to leverage a team so that he can get work done efficiently. So basically, we teach here that you build an organization large enough so that if you couldn't work one day, you might have an organization of 100 people working for you, which that in itself allows you to generate income while you're asleep. Two, you have passive income. Passive income is basically getting paid on things people are going to do anyway. So people are going to use the internet, people are going to use cell phones, so it makes sense to get paid on it. And then residual income, as I stated earlier, is basically getting paid on someone purchasing a product from you and doing it one time, and that creates residual income for the life of the customer. So those are the three main wealth principles that you need to understand when building a business. So here's the compensation plan. If you look to the left, you see where it says 20 points. So that means you get 20 customer points and you get a $500 bonus. Now, as I explained before, you have a variety of services to offer. So that doesn't mean you have to know 20 different people that get your services. You just need to offer those 20 services. So for example, when you get started with the business, you get all the services because you need to be able to explain to the next person how your services work. So you may be 12 to 15 customers in your own household. So what that means is you may call up your mom or your aunt or your uncle and say, hey, look, I need you to do me a huge favor and try one of my services, please. I just started a telecommunications and energy business. Now, those people may be able to get two or three services from you, and then that way, that's how you can get your 20 customer points within your first 30 days. Now, if you look to the right, you see there you have you at the top, and then you would be able to show two people how to do the same thing, and you would get a $250 bonus as well. So that's something great in itself. And here's how it works as far as the residual income portion of our compensation plan. So you see you at the top. Let's say, for example, you introduce this business to three individuals. Those individuals get so excited that they go introduce three. Now that turns into nine. And if you look down there to the left, it just keeps duplicating and getting larger with numbers, because once it grows exponentially, then it takes on a life of its own. So for just these presentation purposes, we're going to keep it modest. We're going to say you're not the best, but you're not the worst. So you go out and you build a team of 20 individuals. Now, that doesn't mean you know all 20. You may just know the initial three that you introduced to the business, and they go get you 17 individuals as well. Now, they will be all striving to get the 20 customer points because they want to get their $500 bonus as well. And what is that? That's for getting paid off of 400 customers a month. And let's just say your commission rate for that was only 50 cents. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that would be a residual income of $200 a month. Now, let's put that into perspective. If $200 was missing from your check, would you have a problem? And I would imagine yes. And if $200 was laying on the street, would you pick it up? And I would say yes as well. So $200 is $200. But let's just say your team was built to an amount of 200 individuals that were all striving to get the 20 customer points. Now you're getting paid off of 4,000 customers at just the 50 cents commission rate. Now, what that means is you would be making a residual income of $2,000 a month. Now, $2,000 a month can change a lot of things for a lot of people. $2,000 can definitely change your address. It can definitely change your car keys. So, and remember, this is residual income. So that means, say for example, if you wanted to one month spend $2,000 on, maybe buying a new TV or, moving expenses, guess what? The next month, that same $2,000 will be coming back to you because it's residual income, not linear income. Now, the company also understands that people need what's called right now money, which we call weekly leadership bonuses. Now, what that means is a person can make up to $175 for each person that is sponsored into the business and that you help grow their business as well. But let's just do this. Everyone that's watching this webinar had now been promoted to the National Director mark. And when you look to the left, you have what's called Executive Trainer, Executive Director, National Director, Senior Vice President, and then Platinum Senior Vice President. But for this presentation, we are promoting everyone that's watching to National Director. Now, let's say, for example, you sponsor someone into the business and they get excited about this opportunity and they just know this can help their family and this is the vehicle they will be taking to help them get all of their dreams accomplished. So let's say you sponsor one individual. That one individual goes out and finds 10 other individuals that see the same opportunity. And now that person that is a national director would earn 10 times $140. Now, remember, that's weekly leadership bonuses on top of the residual income that you're already building. Now, that would definitely change some things for you if you were able to make that weekly bonus every week. Now, we have some vice president benefits that are like no other. And please understand that, if you're working a job, chances are you may never reach the vice president level of that job. And it's just because it's the way the corporate America works. But with our company, if you come in and take it seriously, you have an opportunity to become a vice president in this company. And we have 21-year-olds that are in this company that are senior vice presidents. So it is possible. But with the benefits package for a vice president, you will receive 5,000 stock or 5,000 shares of stock options. You will receive a BMW payment. The only stipulation is it has to be silver, but it is free. You will receive a Global Links bonus, which means for every Global Links customer that comes into your organization, you will receive a $3 bonus. You will receive what's called an annual vacation. And after seeing this presentation, I understood that I was taking trips, not vacation. On this vacation, the company pays for everything, and they say you can't pick up the bill or tip at all. And then they also give you an expense account, which allows you to travel the United States because they understand that you have built an organization outside of your home and you need to go to different markets to teach them how to build the business as well. Now, we understand that senior vice president is a great position, but everyone in the company is striving for the next position because that is the real game changer, and that's what's called platinum senior vice president. and we have great benefits for those individuals. Now, with the Platinum Senior Vice President benefits, if you're looking, yes, that is a Bentley, which is what's usually called a house on wheels, and that is correct. You will be getting a $4,000 a month Bentley payment. So that means the Bentley's fully paid for, and all you have to do is drive it. And the only stipulation is it has to be silver and say 5 links on the back. And I'm sure none of you would have a problem with that. You also get put into what's called the Platinum Pool, which the company takes certain portions of different products and puts that into the pool. And at the end of the year, they distribute that pool to all the Platinum Senior Vice Presidents in the company. Then you get 5,000 more shares of stock options in the company that hasn't gone public yet. And then you get the choice of choosing a ring or a pendant, which usually the men choose the ring and the women choose the pendant. And those are the Platinum Senior Vice President benefits. And these are some of the people that are living that lifestyle now. And you know, the company is, still growing, so it's a great opportunity for any person that's getting started to reach that level as well. Now, usually when we get to this part of the presentation, we understand there's three types of people. There's people that say, hey, this makes perfect sense. Uh, I'm in. How do I get started? You have the people that say, I love it, but I just have a few questions, and as soon as I can get those questions answered, I'll be more than glad to get started with building this business. And then you have the people that say, hey, this is not for me, but I do appreciate you sharing the opportunity. So if you're looking to get started, we have two positions, and we just want to clarify both of those positions so you can understand. We have what's called a customer representative, which is $99. Uh, then you have, which is a one-time fee, and then you have independent marketing representative, which is $249. Now, here's the difference between the two. A customer representative only get paid on the products and services that they market themselves and that they can get paid on. And then independent marketing representatives, they get paid for building the organization. You also get open line bonuses, and then you're basically put in to get the quick start bonus. Now, here's the biggest difference, and if you want to look at it this way, if you're a customer representative, you would be saying if you would rather get paid off of one McDonald's or all the McDonald's in your state. That would be the difference in customer representative versus IMR. So, just so we can go over the quick start bonus, it's $750 quick start bonus, which means you'll be making a great, return on your investment. So that means you go out and acquire 20 customer points. Remember, not 20 different people, 20 customer points. And then you help two people get started and help them get qualified. And then you will receive that $750 bonus. Now, of course, we understand, just like with a new job, you will not understand how to build this business after your first day, which is why we have training and support set up to help you build this business so that you can reach Senior Vice President as soon as possible. We have a 5 links university that allows you to go to the university, take the slides and modules, and then there's a brief test at the end of it, but you will understand the business much faster when you complete that 5 links university. You have your own personal website, which you can set up any way you like. You have business reporting, excuse me, which allows you to track your business. So if you were to live in Florida, but you were building a team in New York and California, you would still be able to check on and see what they are doing out even before you travel to those markets. And then we have local, regional, and international training events that those events really help you build your business. And they're basically is business ownership, which that you would be paying either the $99 for the customer representative or the $249 for the independent marketing representative. Now, like I said, there's usually three types of people when looking at this. Number one person says, this is not for me. Number two person says, hey, I love what they love what they see, but they have questions. And then the number three person was just like me. Hey, I'm ready to get started. I just need to know what is the process. And usually when talking about a business like this, there's four types of reasons that people, they're either scared to get started and they just don't understand what to do. So the first reason is they feel they don't have the time to do the business. The second reason is they don't understand um, the the presentation. Uh, Number three is they don't believe it, and then number four is they don't have the $249. Now I'll touch on all four, and then that will be the end of the presentation. Number one person that doesn't have the time. We all have 24 hours a day. It's how you're allocating that time to get your goals and dreams done. So for example, I mean, if you work a job, that means you probably working anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day, which, like I said, there's 24 hours in a day. So you would just need to learn how to allocate that time to where you can do the business. So, and if time is an issue, that's definitely the reason you need to get started so that you can get your time back, because that's what this opportunity can do for you. Number two, that person does not understand what they just watched. If that's you, just understand this. If you understand that you're going to pay bills every 30 days, then we are just showing you an opportunity to not only pay those same bills, but now turn around and earn income off paying those same bills. So now you're becoming a part of a different wealth trend. Number three, person says, I don't believe it. It's not real. It's not possible. Well, look, we want everyone watching this to do their due diligence. Make sure you go out, find a person that showed you the video. Make sure they give you documentation so that you can understand it's real. And number four, person says, I don't have $249. And I say this respectfully. If you're over the age of 18 and you don't have $249 to do something that you really want to do, that should be a red flag going off saying, look, I've been doing what I've been doing for, however many years now, and I still don't have $249 in my bank account to do what I really, really feel can help me. And if that's your situation, do what you have to do to get started in this business, because we can make $249 not be a problem within 30 to 60 days of this business if you take it seriously. So I'll leave you guys with this. A person can work a job for 100 years, but at the end of those 100 years, they still don't own that job, which means they're not able to will that income unless they invest it correctly, or that job is not willable to their children. So that means even though they worked the job for 100 years, it doesn't mean that job is promised to their children. So take this opportunity to look closer into the business. Get back with the person that invited you to this webinar and make sure you take advantage of that. And I just want to thank you guys for watching and have a blessed day.